We're here with men's basketball head coach Ben Miller. And Coach, before we talk about the next two PBC games, let's start by looking back just a couple days' time to your guys' last game against Barton, a second time playing Barton. What do you think about that game as a whole? Another high-scoring one, and one you guys just kind of fell short in.
Yeah, I think we scored plenty of points. We just didn't defend or rebound well enough. They out-rebounded us for the second time. We got in the next morning, looked at film, practiced, hopefully improved some things with our team defense and rebounding. It just wasn't good enough to win on the road or maybe anywhere that second half.
What was it, you think, defensively in terms of maybe the biggest breakdown for you guys? They scored 59 points in that half. Is a big part of them being able to get the win.
A lot of dribble penetration, which led to easy shots, fouls, plus also second chance points, and that's the main reason we got out rebounded was, when they break down your defense and guys got to rotate and help, it makes blocking out a lot more difficult.
For David Struther, did you see almost to change his game a little bit, maybe a little added confidence shooting-wise? He goes over 20 points for the first time on the season and certainly shot the ball pretty well in some key stretches for you guys.
Yeah, he's a good shooter. He works really hard at it. He had to get up quite a few of them late in the game when we were trying to come back, but he's capable of making them. So I know it's good for him to see that ball going in the basket.
And now you guys are into the thick of PBC play. No more non-conference games, and these are the ones that really matter in terms of trying to build that resume to get to the tournament. So how excited are you to get home now and play a couple before the Christmas holiday?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a quick turnaround from the Barton game, but we've had a little time to start getting ready for Columbus State. It's really more about us playing better ourselves, but they're a really good ball club. They've been good for a long time. I think they'll be one of the better teams in our league and in the region.
And when we talk about Columbus State, a team you guys played last year in the PBC Tournament Championship, obviously, to get to the NCAAs, Ja'Cory Payne, I know a guy that you guys are well aware of, especially with what he did last year when he played you. So what are some of the big keys in that game?
Well, he's a handful. We won't put all that responsibility on one player. We'll give guys turns. We'll switch up matchups. Got to get some help on him. And, you can't really guard them one-on-one. It's a team effort, but they also have other guys that can score. They're balanced. They got a lot of shooters. They get up and down the floor, and I think they lead the league in most three-point shooting categories.
On your side, when we talk about getting up and down the floor, Tyrell Kirk in transition, it seems, has had really good vision. Is that something you expected him to excel at this early in his career, and what have you thought about his ability to pass?
Yeah, he's really good in the open floor and half court. Seeing the floor. He's a big guard at 6'4". He's really good at delivering the ball, but he's getting more and more confident every day.
Coach, how about the freshmen in general? Just the transition speed that Kirk has been able to bring to the floor, and then Struther leading the way at Barton with his 22 points. How do you feel the class as a whole has been progressing into the second game of the conference season?
Yeah, they're really coming along well. Jamal hasn't had quite as many minutes, but he's done well with the minutes he's gotten. And so the young guys are progressing at a good time when we get into the heart of the Peach Belt schedule.
We saw Javion Hicks a little bit more at Barton, obviously, with Murray Boyles not being back in for you guys yet. When do you expect JB back, and how is Javion kind of able to fill the role a little bit?
JB practiced a little bit more. He's kind of day by day, game day decision. He got the nose fixed. It's still not fully healed, but we do have a mask if our training staff, doctors feel it's okay for him to play. Jay Hicks has really done a good job. He came in and got 4 rebounds, I think, made some free throws, did some good things defensively too. So we feel good about him coming in and giving us some minutes as well.
And then just looking ahead with the quick turnaround between Sunday and Tuesday, we won't have a chance to talk to you on Monday, but what does that look like when you go to play a 10 a.m. game on that Tuesday? Obviously, the education day. It'd be a little different for you guys.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's the first time we've tried it. Hopefully we'll get some local kids out at the game and community people, being at an unusual time like that. But, we practice in the morning. So this morning we practiced at 7 a.m. So I do think our guys have gotten up and played and practiced at that time. So hopefully it won't be too big of an adjustment.
And you mentioned that community. You guys were just out for the Bumblebee basketball game, the elementary game. And what does this Pembroke community really mean to this team as a whole when you talk about their ability to come out and support and kind of help lift you guys?
Well, they've been fantastic, and it's gotten better and better every year. We build those relationships through our camp and, just around the community, things like the Bumblebee game. And it's been fun to see that community sport grow to the point now where even when our students are gone for Christmas break, we've still gotten very good crowds.
All right, well, we're looking forward to hopefully another couple good crowds this weekend, and good luck in PBC play.
Thank you.
Here with women's basketball head coach John Haskins. And Coach, let's talk about you guys going into this PBC weekend. You get Columbus State and Georgia Southwestern. Let's start with that first matchup against Columbus State. What catches your eye?
Very athletic team, particularly on the perimeter. They're big and strong in the post, and they will kind of push you around an offensive rebound. But just very athletic, good length on the perimeter, and a lot of good scores. They can shoot the ball and put it on the deck. So it's going to be a challenge defensively.
For your team coming off the Lenore-Ryan game and having the rough shooting performance, what are some of the things offensively that can be done to maybe get yourself in position to have some of those shots fall? There were a lot of open shots at Lenore-Ryan as well.
First hope is we don't shoot it that poorly again. But, it's just difficult when you play a team that can't score like Lenore-Ryan to win when you shoot 25% from the floor. And I did think we've got some good looks. In fact, we charted and we got it inside the zone 13 or 14 times in the first half and maybe got 6 points out of it. So, I think really attacking offensively, trying to get the ball inside, trying to get to the free throw line, but also knocking down open shots. And I think shooting is a little bit of a confidence thing. And I think we've got a lot of good shooters. We've just got to put the ball in the hole.
For this team, it seems like you guys have had some of those inopportune turnovers, not just the fact that there have been a lot of them, but that they come at really critical times. How do you guys get to a point where you take care of the basketball a little bit better? What are some of the things you focus on as a coaching staff?
Just fundamentals, so passing and catching, jump stopping, making good decisions, pass faking. I mean, it just comes down to making fundamental plays with the basketball. And just, in our scrimmage situations, we've gave them a number of turnovers they can make. And once that's over, we stop it and they have to run. So, just trying to emphasize that taking care of the basketball is a very important part of the game and try to emphasize that a little bit more, and then again work on the fundamentals.
Coach, on the positive side of things, Nyla Allen essentially doubling her scoring output in the game against Lenore-Ryan. What do you think she's going to carry over from that game into this?
Well, I hope she gets some confidence, but just again consistency from her from game to game. I think she's got some ability to score for us. She can shoot the ball from the perimeter. She can attack and put on the deck. I think she's got to finish around the basket. She missed a couple of chippies against Lenore-Ryan. I think finishing around the basket and finishing strong around the basket is important. But she's kind of our voice. She's kind of our energy. So it was good to see her have a good game, and I hope she can build on that against Columbus State and Georgia Southwestern.
Especially since it can spread, a good voice like that can spread to the rest of the team.
Absolutely.
When you take a look at a player like Aaliyah Farmer, too, also kind of provides that energy both offensively and then on the rebounding side of things. What is it for Aaliyah in your eyes that allows her to have the success that she does?
Just one of those that gets it. I've talked about this before. That's not something you teach. I mean, just instinct. And she's a really good athlete. I mean, she's really quick, really explosive off the floor. You add that with her determination and how hard she plays, I think you've got a great combination. Sometimes I think offensively when she catches the ball, she needs to slow down a little bit. But that's kind of not ingrained in her. She's go, and that's why she's so active defensively and flying around and getting offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds for us. And so it's been great, for her coming off the bench to give us that energy coming off the bench.
We talked to Coach Miller on their side about this as well, but you guys just had the Bumblebee basketball game and the community around here, especially at the holiday time when a lot of the students are home, they come out to support you guys. What's that community connection mean for your team?
I think it's important, and I think one of the important things is to get involved in the community. And one thing we do the Bumblebee game, we do a number of different things. We've done some different things in Pembroke. We're actually going to do a clinic right after the new year for the local kids, and so I think trying to do those things and let them have an opportunity to, hey, this is a college basketball player. Hey, they're pretty nice kids, but they got to go to class and seeing all the different sides versus just what they see out on the basketball floor. So trying to get involved and doing some giving back to the community, I think, is extremely important.
Coach, one of the big things about this upcoming series is not only do you have the game against Columbus State, but in a span of just a little over 24 hours later, you'll have to play against Georgia Southwestern in a very early doubleheader. Are you going to take any extra steps, extra precautions to get your team prepared for that set?
In some ways, that's good. I think sometimes I think, and we've run into a stretch just because of the way scheduling went that I think we've had too much time between games. Really, when I looked at it, I thought, okay, that's nice. We've got a lot of time to work on what we didn't do well the last game, but I think we need more games under our belt, and so I think that's good. Quick turnaround time, regardless of how it goes against Columbus State. That one's over, and you've got to move forward, and you get one day of preparation to get ready for another very, very athletic and a good Peach Belt team. So I'm kind of glad it works out that way. Sometimes it's felt like a long wait between games for us.
All right, Coach. Well, we're looking forward to those couple games. Thanks for the time, and we're looking forward to this week.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.